Hello everyone, my name's Micah, and I'm a part-time gamer dad. Hey look, it's Bloodborne! So, little disclaimer, I have actually played Bloodborne before, but just the vanilla version. It was about as vanilla a playthrough as could possibly do, because I came in blind. I had never played it before. I did a little bit of New Game Plus, but I haven't played any of the DLCs, and I haven't done any of the Chalice dungeons or anything. So my intent here is to start a new game, but do a completely different character build, because it'll feel like a new game. And I obsessed over the lore of this game for far too long. Even before I played it, I would read the lore. So, what I'm going to do is, as I play, I'm going to do my best to explain the lore as we play and try to get to some of the why behind the why for people who may not be super duper well versed in it. And a lot of my sources are going to come from a document called the Paleblood Hunt, which you can look up. It's on Reddit. But that was an extremely thorough research job, and it's what got me into playing this game. So shoot, man, let's jump on in and hunt some beasts. Should be a good time. You're going to see me build my character, and then we're going to go straight into the streets of Yharnam. I really hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and thanks so much for joining. Let's get started.
Oh, yes. Paleblood.
Oh, yes, Paleblood. Yes, of course.
Well, you've come to the right place.
I must be quick,
Yharnam is the
but
home
I'm in a
of
band
Blood
called
mystery.
Guns N' Roses. We're late for a
We
set.
only unravel its mystery.
Yes. You see,
There's an
it came
outsider
from
like yourself
inside
you.
something.
Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own.
Being an outsider, being labeled an outsider, very important.
You'll need a contract.
And why sign a contract? That is also a big deal. I know that they throw a lot at you at the beginning and you still have no idea what it is that's going on, but being labeled an outsider and having to sign a contract, here's why this is important, is that you are not from Yharnam. The player character is not from Yharnam. You are from somewhere else outside of Yharnam. And you have heard of the miraculous healing blood. Some sort of affliction has brought you to here. Something regarding pale blood, which is the very first thing that's mentioned, right? Here's the thing. Yharnam doesn't really take too kindly to outsiders because the Healing Church is the de facto government of Yharnam, and shit's kind of starting to get out of control. And what does a government do when it's starting to spiral out of control? It starts blaming outsiders and immigrants as a scapegoat. So, anytime anyone who is not a Yharnamite wants to come into Yharnam and seek the healing blood to cure their affliction, well, they got to do a little bit of work for the Healing Church first, and that is to sign up as a hunter if you can't pay the fee for the blood. You see, healthcare is not free in Yharnam. So that's the contract that you're signing here. You are an immigrant coming to Yharnam, seeking healthcare, but you got to work for it. That's what that whole exchange was all about. A lot of information in a very short amount of time. Age. We are going to be mature. No need to be aged. Origin. Okay, so the build I'm going for is going to be a high skill build and a high arcane build. I'm not going to rely on strength too much because I use the saw blade or the saw whatever during my playthrough. That was my primary weapon. I'm going to try some different weapons that require a high skill stat in order to run. So, what do I want? Rash, but stronger for it. So pardon me here while I go through and do this. Okay, we are a male mature professional, which if that doesn't describe me to a T, I don't know what does. Should we play with this a little bit? We can play with this a little bit. We are mature voice, thank you very much. Let's be burly, because I like to think I've got a little bit of burl to me here. I think that's pretty well within character. Base skin color. Oh, I got to be as pale as possible because there's some color correction happening here, but this is pale skin. Apparent age. Let's mature me up a little bit. Let's make it look like I've had children. Let's masculine me up just a little bit. Actually, you know what? Middle of the road, feminine. Let's be a little fluid here. I wanted to use the word androgynous. I don't think that's a word that should be used anymore. Form emphasis. Strong. There we go. It got my eyelashes. My eyelashes are down. I'll take that. God, I feel like I'm playing Oblivion again. Hair, facial hair. One beard, please. Oh my God. The Freddie Mercury mustache. That's fantastic. We might actually have to go that route. No. Maybe, but no. Possibly. That one looks okay. It's going to be covered by a mask for most of the playthrough anyway, but I really think we should do the Freddie Mercury mustache. Can we, all right, hair. No, maybe? No. Possibly. My Chemical Romance, but Bloodborne. Honestly, I'm kind of liking that. Yeah, let's do that. That'll work. Hair color. I wish there were an easier option to do gray. Okay, there's a little bit of gray right there. I'll take that. Kind of feel like you got my eyelashes down pretty well, but if we can make them a little bit more luscious, I think we should give it a shot. Yes! There we go. Okay. I think we've got a pretty accurate representation here. Not even close. This was never intended to look exactly like me, but I like the cut of this guy's jib. I like his mustache. It's tough and masculine. Okay, all we need now is a name, and my name will be Petey GD. Finalize contract. Yes! Welcome to Yarnum! I have not played this game in a while, so it's going to take me a minute to get back into my groove with the controls. So give me a minute. I'm hoping I can beat the original beast that pops up here. You know, barehanded, where you box a werewolf right at the beginning. Spoiler alert. Hit me with some more cinematics.
Good. All signed and sealed.
All signed then, all right.
Let's begin the transfusion.
Yes, healthcare first, work later.
Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Oh, I'm going to be having plenty of dreams from here on out, Captain. He really does look like a salty old pirate. You may think it all a bad dream. Then ye will wake up in your quarters and get up and swab the decks. Yar. Now the question remains, like, how much blood do you actually receive? And in the opening, in the idle cinematic, like for the attract mode, it just shows like a drop of blood going into a substrate. So maybe it's very heavily diluted. Now, what is going on with this? Why did a beast come out of a pool of blood and then absolutely erupt into flames? Well, I think the going theory is that this didn't actually happen. This is all part of the dream. It sort of symbolizes the nature of the type of hunter that you're going to be. But because dreams are kind of wonky in the world of Bloodborne, like just because it's not happening in the physical world doesn't mean it's not happening on some plane of reality, which is where our little messenger buddies come in. Hi, friends! You're not at all creepy. I feel just absolutely relaxed in your presence. Just open your mouths and get closer.
You found yourself a hunter.
Yes, indeedy. That was our good friend the doll talking, and we will meet her a little bit later, but somehow she was involved in the whole thing too. Okay, give me a second to kind of get my bearings. So another important piece of lore, handwritten scrolls. Seek Paleblood to transcend the hunt. So Paleblood, it continues to be one of the driving things that makes the plot progress, because as soon as I get out of here to Yarnum and talk to my very first person, trapped inside a house with a hideous cough, I'll ask him about Paleblood too. And the thing is that nobody seems to know what Paleblood is all about. But I walked in asking about it, and now there's notes being left by people or persons unknown. Okay, this is not necessarily where I want to be. Also, this is not related to lore, but I want everyone to listen very carefully to my footfalls. You hear that sound? If anyone is a huge fan of horror games, especially in the PS2 era, and you played a little gem called Fatal Frame 2, that's the exact sound effect that Miyu and Mayu make as they walk through the haunted temples and houses in Fatal Frame 2. That sound is burned into my brain. And the first time I played this, I immediately recognized it for what it was. I was like, oh, yeah, Fatal Frame! Okay, enough of me yapping. Let's see what else we can find here. Does not open from this side. All right, fair enough. There's really nothing else I can do in this room besides look at my little old note. And that's it, so we can move on. The thing is that there's not hidden goodies you can pick up in this game, which I learned far too late because I covered every inch of the first few hours of this game looking for extra blood vials or any other particular goodies. There are hidden treasures, but they're not in the detritus just laying about each room, right? You gotta kill enemies for most of it. And if it is a treasure, it's pretty obvious. All right, we have our little messengers here helping me out, telling me what's what. Not needing to do that, however. We're going to go in here. And wouldn't you know it, there is a real-life beast. Right here, feeding on what appears to be the fellow who was helping me out earlier. So let's see if I remember my combat chops, because, let's be honest, this is not like riding a bicycle. This is a skill that can definitely disappear if you're not careful. Like me right now. Punch me in the face! Pow, pow, pow. Okay, back off, back off. Get my stamina back. Okay, it's coming back to me. Punch, punch, punch. Oh, this could take a while. Move! Okay, move? Nope, sorry. I wonder if the game just takes over and just kills you at some point. I don't know if it's actually possible to beat that thing by punching it. I'm willing to bet that it is, but I just don't know if I had the patience. Hunters are linked. So let's talk about something else. Why beasts? Why the Scourge of the Beast, right? So if you're at all familiar with this game, the Scourge of the Beast is what happens because of, essentially blood poisoning, right? Everyone in Yharnam who gets the blood will eventually succumb to its effects and turn into a beast. But why wolves? Why wolves? Why do we turn into wolves? And I think the prevailing theory is because humans live closely with dogs. Because you meet a lot of other non-human enemies, but some of the most prevalent ones are dogs that work in tandem with humans. And I remember reading somewhere, like in the DLC, where you actually go to the fishing village, that the villagers there aren't turning into beasts like Yharnam, but they're turning into weird fish people. And that's because they're in close proximity to fish. Or maybe it's related to the fact that they're getting blood from Cause. Either way, it's supposed that because of their proximity to dogs, that's why humans are turning into beasts. And hello, what have we here? It's an abandoned doll, our little doll friend. Oh, hey, that's right, they're handing out weapons. What do we got? We have... Messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. So we have the saw cleaver, the hunter axe, and the threaded cane. Now, oh man. I'm gonna go with the saw cleaver for now. But the second I get my hands on a saw spear, I'm gonna switch to that 100%. The messengers offer you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms, blah, 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 blah. So I used the blunderbuss in my first playthrough. I want to try the pistol. And I had actually considered doing a Blood Tinge run where it was more focused on gunplay than anything else. And I got to my notebook. All right, thank yous. Still closed. I still got to talk to folks. What, I still got to walk around and talk to people? What's going on over here? Hi, you look lonely. Trade in blood echoes with messengers to buy or sell items. Well, I don't got anything. I'll leave you alone. Blah, 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 blah. These are all the Chalice Dungeon headstones, which we can't do anything about right now. All right. Can't get in that way either. Okay, that's how long it's been since I've started a new game here. I guess I can't go into the workshop right away, because the doll will spring to life as soon as I get insight. But I guess that's the best I can do. All right? All right, we back. And if we try to go back to the room that we came from, it's locked. You can't go back in. Ooh, listen carefully, everyone.
I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door.
Commit that voice to memory.
I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection.
What a good healthcare professional.
I know that you hunt for us, for our town.
Well, I don't hunt for you. I hunt on your behalf.
Please. This is all that I can do.
Yosefka's blood vial.
Go.
Can do! Now, you can't really see her. Oh, well, thank you, Yosefka. Good healing to you. Excuse me. Now, it is possible to get a good look at Yosefka if you come back here with the monocular. And the blood vials that she gives you is good stuff, right? It actually, like, heals you all the way to the tip top, which comes in handy in the late game. So I'm going to try not to use these as much. But the reason I say you need to pay attention to Yosefka's voice is because of something that we find out earlier. Huh. All right. I'm back, bitch. Let's try this again. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, down you go. Oh, how sweet it is. That's so much better than punching. All right, got a few blood vials to get me on my way, and I think I am good to go to venture out into Yarnham. All right, is there anything else worth looking at in here? Why, yes, there is. What are you all about? More blood vials, thank you. I do get better hunter gear at some point, but my goodness, I don't remember when. By the way, this remains my first and only FromSoft game that I have ever played. I've never played Demon Souls. I've never played any of the Dark Souls. I never played the Japanesey one that they came out with. I don't remember what it was called. Was it Sekiro? Was that what it was? Either way, never played that one. This is my only FromSoft experience. And honestly, I don't know if I'm interested in trying Dark Souls at all. If it's as good as Bloodborne, then we can give it a shot. But my God, this wasn't such an incredible game. I'm worried that if I try any other FromSoft game, it will just make this experience worse. Closed by a device. Alright, we can go out here, yes? Yes, we can. I always did like how arduous it is to open the actual gates. I know it's loading, but at least it gives the impression of this being momentous and huge. Because every time you do open up a door to another adjoining area, it's such a big step forward in progress. I can't tell you how many times I had to replay from this upcoming lantern just because I kept dying and dying and dying in the town square over and over and over and over. Lord, man, they are stacking me with blood vials. You love to see it. Excuse me. All right, anyone over here? You, sir? Wait, you're not a sir, you're just stuff. Oh, I'm just taking it all in again. I am so happy to be back here in Yarn. Whoa, back it up, hi! Bam, ba-bam, ba-bam! So all that stuff I said earlier about me being an outsider and how I'm not trusted because of all the crap that the government's been shoving down people's throats about the Scourge of the Beast being the fault of foreigners and outsiders, you're going to hear that a lot as I start to tangle with a lot more of Yarnham's citizenry. Because even though they are all in the throes of the Scourge of the Beast right now, they still retain some aspect of themselves. Hi, I'll take this. Thank you very much. Molotov cocktail, I will need you. And so they're operating on kind of an instinctual level, right? They're not fully human, but they're not fully beastie either. It's also embarrassing how long it took me to find that switch for the ladder. Like, I still didn't understand the visual vocabulary of the game. And I'm curious to know how many times y'all have played through this game. I know I've played through like once or twice.
Forgot about that.
Oh, man. And sure enough, as you turn around, like, man, this right here is tantamount to Zelda Breath of the Wild. When Link comes out of the chamber and climbs up on the hill and views Hyrule in that sweeping vista, like, this just sets the tone for everything. I'm gonna do my best not to fanboy and gush all over this game every single time that every minute that we play, but I do like it a lot. All right, lantern lit. Back to the hunter's dream with me. In the meantime, what's up with you, buddy?
Oh, you must be a hunter.
Oh, I reckon that I am.
Not one from around here either.
Oh, that's right. You've got a bit of a Scottish accent.
You
Gilbert.
must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests.
That's down playing
I
it.
don't think I could stand if I wanted to.
Oh, you're not feeling well.
Help.
Are you wearing trousers? Should I come in? Take a look? See if you're feeling healthy.
Whatever
Curse.
your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit.
I...
Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Boy, if that's not the truth. Gilbert, any more pieces of information you can pass along?
Paleblood, you say?
I do say.
Never heard of it.
See, there we go. The
But if
mystery of
blood
pale
you're
blood
interested
continues
in,
on.
You should try the Healing Church.
The healing
The
church, eh?
controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood.
All
Across the
varieties
valley to
of
the east
blood.
Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward.
Then I'll go there.
Deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral.
Oh, we'll have a fun time in that one.
Of the Healing Church's special blood.
Special
So they
blood.
say.
I reckon they do say that.
Yarnum
Alright!
don't share much with outsiders.
You're still talking, I'm sorry.
Normally, they wouldn't let you near the place, but the
He's
hunt
healthy
is
enough
on.
to yammer on for a while. Hunt is on.
Might be your chance.
Such a wonderful euphemism. Well, the hunt is on, so we may as well stay inside. Alright, Gilbert, thank you. Appreciate the information. Now you rest easy, lad. Old Petey Geedy's on the hunt. We're good to go. Gimme. Pebble. Those come in so handy later. I wasted all of them in early game, and then I was hurting for them later. That's how they play you on this. Slice. All right, scumbort. There we go. And I also didn't know that you could drop down here. I'm not gonna, because I want all the blood echoes. I know this area of the game just like the back of my hand because I have had to redo it so much. Hiya! Ga. And these guys were always the easy part. It was going down here and having to deal with this little caravan of bastards that set me on my path to respawning just over and over and over and over and over. Hopefully I still have the skill to take all of these men on at once. Hi! Skyward! Dodge! Oh wait, no, I got you too. Ow! Ow, fire bad, excuse me! Dodge and roll. I am hurting for a squirtin'. You, sir. Hi, bam. Hiding behind your shield like a coward! Blood vial, please. Okay. Hiya! Boy, that didn't even fill me up to full. Holy cow. Alright, is that all you got? Anyone else? Okay, I'm also going to tell another embarrassing story here. We have a big fella back there that I'm not even going to try to take on, because I haven't died yet, except for the one time. I didn't know that this was a thing that you could pull until I was pretty much done with my first playthrough. As often as I came back here, I just had eyes for Big Chungus back here, and I never even noticed the lever. Like, it is sickening how long I went before I realized I could open this. Not that it really does much for me, because look back where it places me, right? I'm all the way back here at the ladder where I began, but still, yeesh. Talk about not paying attention while you play. Okay, this is the area I could have jumped down to. And I think everyone's moved on, so I can get this in peace and safety. More Molotovs. Boy, that guy had a lot of Molotovs on him. Nobody sneaking up on me here so we can talk to our friendly neighbor.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you.
Had you here about me already? Boy, word spreads fast in Yarnum. Alright, well, you shan't have anything to do with me. I'll take me elsewhere, I will. Apologies to any of my British friends watching this. Hi! Thought you could sneak up on me? Long shanks? Off you go. God, I swing way too much. Alright, I'll talk to that door later because here comes some new friends. Yep. Back it up. Fire bad. Stamina back. Got it in first. Okay, down we go. Woo-ha! All right, what have you got to say?
Lads, you've come on.
What?
Open the door on a night of a hunt.
You would. Open up. No, let me in. I want tea and biscuits. It's hungry work out here. You're not fooling anyone. Down you go. Shooty McPerson. Right, you probably have bullets. And I've got an awful lot of bullets. And then where's old Heidi? We have a Heidi boy up here, hiding behind a little wall. We'll go take care of him later. We also have a jumpy boy over here. Thought you could surprise me? No, sir. Bam, ba-bam, ba-bam. Oh, I am enjoying this way too much. Bloodstone shard, very important. Haven't run into a whole lot of extra lore as we're running around Yarnum. We just keep noting that outsiders bad. Yarnumite's good. Bam, bam, bam. There's my Heidi boy coming out of hiding. Oh, okay. Well, that was a wasted bullet. There we go. Hit the wrong button. I wanted to trick out my weapon. Still trying to figure out all the controls again. Because I've got a little buddy right up here. Oh, nope. Okay, you earned that. You earned that one, if you'll pardon me. Great. No, roll. Oh, boy. Okay, blood vial. I'm not dying here. Is that right? Bam, bam, ba-bam. Fire bad, fire bad. God, the guys with the torches do so much, and it's not fair. It's like fire really hurts. Who could have possibly known? Yeah, thank God they give you so many blood vials. And it is a long way until we get to the next lantern, too, I gotta say. I don't know if I'm gonna get it on my first go-around, I gotta be honest with you. And I am still playing the way I did on my first playthrough, man. I'm just like kicking down the door, doing whatever I can to just get through the enemies. That's my play style on everything. Well, I can't get that, that's on the other side. Okay. Not much I can do down here except proc some different enemies. So I need to start peeling them away from the bonfire here, one at a time. And I think I managed that by being a little crafty with my pistol. Ba-bang. Come here, boys! I've got something for you! Can't touch me! Zip, zap! Now you'll notice they're all starting to scream at me now, like, "You're not wanted here!" Right? That's just more xenophobia from the fine folk of Yarnum. Oh, this pistol is so much better. The blunderbuss did not have any range on it whatsoever. It was a scatter shot, so it was good in groups. Oh, damn it. But it had very limited range. I gotta go take out that guy with the gun. He's gonna be a real problem. Right. Anyone else? Alright, I know this is tedious watching me play peekaboo. Ow! Ow! God damn it! I may as well risk another blood vial. I still have some. They're not giving up hardly any, though. I'm getting a lot of bullets. Not a lot of blood vials. Once it got to the point where I could just brute force my way through this level, due to having, like, a ton of health and stamina, obviously that was much better, but my God, I had to do this section so many times. I can't understate just how long it took. All right, stamina. Oh, ow, ow. Okay, serpentine. Or get shot point blank. Don't die! I died! It was the dogs! I forgot about the dogs! Oh, lordy Lou! We're good. We're good. I'm going to see if I can get back to where I was. I'm not going to make you sit through all the redoing here. We'll see if we can pick it back up whenever I reclaim my blood echoes. Got him back, baby! Haha! I almost died in the process, but hey, this is Bloodborne. What else is new? Okay, fire bad. Stay back. I've got to say, already, this is such a different experience playing with the pistol, because I am able to pick people off from such a better distance than I could ever do with the blunderbuss. Why, oh why did I play with the blunderbuss my first time around? Okay, getting my blood vials back, slowly but surely. Ow! Just good thing I'm going through them at a pretty good clip. Okay, let's get a little bit of distance and cover anybody up here that we may have missed, because I'm all about blood echoes, man. Just the thought of them letting them go to waste just makes me icky. Gives me the ick.
More blood vials.
Give me your blood!
All right, where's my jumpy boy? There you are. Hi. Bang, ba-bang. Bang! Oh, missed. I took a shot, and then I missed. See that cursed beast? They got nothing but poor words for an outsider such as me. Which, why would I want to be part of these people? Honestly, they seem terribly inhospitable. Hi, how are you doing? Slap, slap, slap. Not so strong without your little torch now, are you, buddy boy? Okay, is that most of them? That is most of them. So, here's the hard part. I'm gonna have to dash across and start taking care of some of the gun boys, gun havers.
Buy all our playsets and toys.
Just this stream of bodies in my wake. Yep, you get one shot and you missed. Serpentine. Get him, and or fall down and miss the whole thing. That's fine too. Ow! Stop shooting me, it really hurts. Are the dogs following me up? The dogs are following me up. I can't do shit with this guy shooting at me though. Bang! All right, Pupper doggo, come back here. All right, smack, smack, smack. I hate having to kill dogs in games. I just do. Even if it's like a whacked out zombie dog, not a huge fan. All right, smack you around. Okay, there's the ranged folk, which, please give me bullets. I am hurting for them. I had so many bullets stockpiled on my other save file just because I never used the blunderbuss unless it was in a close-up battle situation so I could stagger. I'll take that, thank you. May as well heal up. Okay, is that everybody? Did I finally make it past? Great. Hurting on bullets. I need to be a little bit more judicious with those. You are cold blood dew. Thank you. That's just more blood echoes for daddy. All right, I feel like there should have been another dog, but maybe it ran into the fire. They tend to do that occasionally. And I'm coming up on the big bad boss fight. Not really a boss fight, it's just one of those brick trolls, and I hate them. That's all there is to it. More blood files, my god, am I gonna need them. Because I don't know how well you can stagger with the pistol. Do you sacrifice stagger ability for range? Wait, we got some uggos hiding around here, don't we? This is one of the few secret passages that I am somewhat aware of. But that doesn't really help me all that much because it doesn't get me any closer to the lantern. At least I don't think so. What's going on in here?
I don't reckon you're from round here.
I reckon you're correct.
stuck outside on a night of the hunt.
So hospitable, so nice.
Poor thing.
You poor thing. All right, well, you can just go chew glass, lady. You're so mean. Why you gotta be so mean? All right. The next lantern I gotta get is gonna be up on the bridge, which is past this bridge troll and a handful more of dudes and dogs to fight off. So, tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead. We got plenty of battles to do, but we're gonna have to do that some other time. We're out of time for today. But you, right there, thank you so much for watching. And go ahead, drop a like, comment, whatever you gotta do. Just signal to the algorithm that this is a channel we're taking a chance on. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da, shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.